Yo, fine scouts and intrepid internet travelers, welcome to my channel. I'm Josh, your Binge Buffoon, if you will have me. Today, I'm going to be watching an indefinite number of The Wire Season 2 episodes, beginning with 6. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything in this intro besides, sorry for making you wait so long. I know there's subscribers out there who probably definitely are specifically subscribed for The Wire, and this video is not getting uploaded today, the 13th of May. I don't know when it's getting uploaded. Let's see how Frank is faring. The wall. He doesn't want to work with the Greeks anymore. The Greek and Spiros. Is that how he pronounced his name?
Pronouncenames.com. Spiros.
Spiros, yeah. Okay. Reaction channel. Let's ride the coattails of other people's art. Oh, hey, Omar.
Mars is the god of war, right?
Oh. Aries.
Aries.
There you go.
Aries fits. Thanks.
It's all good. Like in middle school and all, I used to love them mitts. Stuff was deep.
So he made himself into one. Yeah. This is what he's wearing to court. I was gonna say, he just puts a tie on and it's inverted.
Family.
Oh, wow. It's just fuck. We haven't seen Bird since season
Mr.
1,
Little,
have we?
how old are you?
About 29.
About 29?
And what is your occupation?
He's a myth.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Little?
I rip and run.
You...
I robs drug dealers.
It's like a double negative. You can't really get him for that. That doesn't make sense. Never mind.
Well, how does a man rob drug dealers for 8 or 9 years and live to tell about it?
Day to time, I suppose.
That made me feel like I should raise my chair and sit up straight and be taller in the video, you know. A day at a time, I suppose. That's a song off the Tupac Resurrection CD with Eminem. It features Eminem and the Outlaws. It actually is one of my favorite Eminem verses on that track ever. I used to know all the words. I'm gonna play that song and see if I can still do Eminem's verse. I don't have subtitles on, for the record. You can't hear it because copyright. Live and fuck, I want to try that one part again because it's so good.
Much fame or success they obtain, there will never be another me. And no matter what they do, there will never be another you. They can search but you'll never find. They can try to rewind time. But in your hearts and your minds, we will never die. We are forever alive and we continue growing.
One day at a time. Okay. I'm done. Sorry. That was chaotic and stupid. What a tangent. It don't matter that some fools say he different, D'Angelo.
The books show that there's less than 100 checkers still paying dues to 1514.
And that's down from about 300 in the 70s. They're hurting.
They paid about $70,000 to various PACs and democratic organizations in the last 8 months.
Right.
So where's the cash coming from?
Maybe it's what the checkers do. I mean, they monitor what comes in and out of the port.
They're bringing the shit in?
And Rawls wanted to swap Beatty with somebody else.
Kima, Prez, I want you to start looking at girls.
No problem.
Herc and Carver, you guys keep working the drug corners near the port.
And drugs are going to come into play now that Nick's, is giving them the chemicals, the Greek and Spiros.
Excuse me?
And company.
Thomas?
Beatty.
Oh, God.
You go to Royal Farms, maybe get a cup of coffee.
Got a cup of coffee. That was a nice deflection. I don't blame you, though.
Hey, listen, I was gonna ask you for panties to make some soup with, but I was afraid she'd take it the wrong way.
Damn. That's usually what I say, Do you like soup? Because I make great soup.
It's just bird to me.
quite a witness, ain't he?
These two together, I love it. Back together again in the courtroom.
Because Omar ain't nowhere near them risers when the ship out.
Oh,
We're on the street, huh?
probably true.
Trouble is, String, we ain't on the street. We in a court of law.
All you need is a witness that says Omar was wherever.
Bird covered them shiny little pistols. And the boy too trifling to throw it off even after a daytime murder.
You a lying cocksucker, man! I rip your heart at your gut!
He is both those things.
The witness's last answer is to be stricken and disregarded by the jury.
Real quick, I think in my last video I said Omar wasn't a CI. He is. I guess I was just trying to protect his street cred. I don't know.
You have the chemicals? I can get them. As much as you want. Drug dealer by the name of Cheese took his car, burned it. Now he's saying he's gonna dust Zig.
This is interesting if he's gonna use the Greeks as muscle.
Now this asshole's saying it's double. 54, you believe that?
He's trying to manipulate them into being his muscle.
You want we kill him?
No. You kill Cheese and we're gonna have a fight with his people, right? A year down the road.
So matter of fact, we kill him. You want, we kill him, right?
Nico.
See how I point at my brain and then I point at you? It's because you have one.
Talk to this guy. Make things right. I was hoping maybe you do.
Once again, this show with its web that it's weaving. I didn't even think about that Nick would reach out to the Greeks to help him with Zig's situation.
How many times have you been arrested as an adult, Mr. Little?
Sure, I done lost count.
Possession of a handgun, possessing a concealed weapon, followed by 1 count of attempted murder and use of a handgun in commission of a felony.
Look, shit happens.
I shot the boy Mike in his hind parts, that all. Fixed it so he couldn't sit right. Well, you see, Mike thought he should keep that cocaine he was slinging and the money he was making from slinging it. I thought otherwise.
So you rob drug dealers?
It's funny because you could accuse him of being dishonest given his vocation, but he's very open about it, so...
Why should we believe your testimony then? Why believe anything you say?
That's up to y'all,
I'm
really.
telling you. Yeah.
Hey, look, I ain't never put my gun on no citizen.
You are amoral, are you not? You are a parasite who leeches off
Just like you,
the culture
man.
of...
I got the shotgun. You got the briefcase. It's on the game, though, right?
Yeah, that line comes back around, he said at the end of season 1. I love that interaction. You are amoral, right?
Tub in the master suite bathroom and magenta.
Doesn't... Oh my god.
If they want to make the sell, they should at least have some amount of couth to cheer. You're right. Maybe we should just keep looking. We shouldn't settle for just anything. And you think there'll be some new open houses this Sunday?
Now they're gonna see the mannequins just undressed.
You are a child. You know that?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Dinner and a movie.
Yes.
Come on, Elena. Come on, I signed all your damn papers. Give me another shot.
Friday.
Doesn't make any sense, dude. It's so manipulative. This is like a just the tip argument. I signed your papers for a divorce, so date me. What? And then you can tell me to fuck off. Just give me an inch. I'll take a mile, you know?
I can't go to my people.
If Stringer Bell reaching all the way past Baltimore with this kind of work, then we got a real mystery going on, don't we? Don't worry. No mistakes.
Nursing school right now. Good.
Oh, there
That's
she
just really
is.
pushing me, you know. He does it.
Oh, they're still together.
So anyway, he said that you would be by today to talk about the clubs. About some girls.
This scene, they're really putting... The way she's dressed and the set of where they are, obviously, and the home, they're really trying to be like, look, her life's different now. She's different.
How do Omar do? Not bad.
Dude, Omar is unbelievable. Yeah. I'm the wise guy. Hey, man. Hey. He's just talking shit to himself as they walk away. Classic. Until this car gets shot up as right now.
You paid just the 27.
Yeah, I saw how you talked.
Instead, you will get the money for the car that burned. Him we don't know.
Okay.
But the one he calls boss, him we know.
Is it? It's gonna be someone we know, or maybe we already know. Maybe it's Proposition Joe or something.
I know you don't think I'm going down to that club just to look at pussy. I ain't even looking. Everybody's
Oh my
looking.
god. Yeah, we look.
We talked about this. No, you talked. I didn't get a word in edgewise once you made up your mind.
You guys aren't gonna work out, are ya? This relationship's gonna fall apart. I wonder if parallels can be drawn between their relationship and McNulty and his exes
I might
early
see a little
on.
something I happen to like.
Oh yay. Thanks.
What's on the table? Right now, there's money in a transport budget for the grain pier. Also, a bond issue that pays for maintenance dredging on the main shipping channel.
I gotta say, for my money, we lucky if we pull out the grain pier.
Be that as it may, we spent the money and took our best shot.
So where y'all find the cash?
I've been robbing liquor stores 2 weeks.
It's only kind of funny considering. It's actually really funny.
If Krychek don't fuck us by throwing up waterfront condominiums first, right?
That's right.
So we need everybody making phone calls. Let your legislators know that we watching on this.
Okay, enough talk. Some of you's got ships to work in the morning. The rest of yous need to be drunk. I'll drink to that.
I love the fellows, man. I do. I really do.
Timely donations from friends. Watch your ass, Frank.
Right. He understands. He knows what's going on.
That's the container number of the can with the women in it.
See that? It was never entered by the checker, so as far as the computer's concerned, it no longer exists.
And Sabatka says that that can happen when the radio waves get knocked down or when a checker inputs a bad serial number.
Yeah, but obviously that's too much of a coincidence that it'd be that one.
You believe him?
Nope, not this can.
No.
We gotta go back through and find what other cans might have disappeared like that.
See if there's a pattern. Hundreds.
Yeah, but if they can figure out a window in which the cans show up, during which... Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah.
I just can't look at him.
Oh my god, Prez.
Ever been to a titty bar?
Yeah, sure. Not with women.
Oh, I guess that I have. I don't know. I guess that would be strange at first. Prez does look so strange in here.
Right there when they need to go get food or go to the Rite Aid.
Anyone try to get away?
I seen one of them get lit up with one of them stun guns just for going down the block to get some dinner. I mean, they barely let them girls go to the bathroom by themselves. And if they see one getting too close to the Johns, that's when they move the whole crew to another town, you know? Keep it so they don't get no
Wow.
help.
None.
You need anything else? You can call me. You
Oh my
want her?
god.
Yeah. I wouldn't let mine come in here either without me. These bitches in here
Nice.
are no joke.
Nice. Yes, good for him. I mean, yeah.
They had about a third of that space hidden behind a fake wall. A few flashlights, some junk food, some water.
I wonder if she's gonna start to understand the why this is important to her, or partially at least. You know, this might be necessary to develop their relationship. Her tagging along.
That regardless of this jury's verdict, he is the victim of wholesale perjury on the part of the state's key witness.
He is, but it's funny.
Mr. Levy, get a grip on yourself.
Your Honor.
Not only will there be no bond pending sentencing, but
That bailiff is massive, bro.
Mr. Hilton has been found guilty of killing a state's witness who testified in this very courtroom.
Yeah, you gotta ask yourself. You gotta ask yourself whether this is justice, though.
Mr. Hilton, are you the second coming of our Savior?
Excuse me?
Are you Jesus Christ come back to Earth? See you at sentencing.
I guess that's inadvertently or in a roundabout way answered my question about justice. Only Jesus gets away with it.
I thank you, man.
No, thank you. A rare pleasure.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, come see me down a cut, you punk ass snitch. I shove a shit down your cocksucker throat.
You think on it, Bird.
You really see him shoot the man?
Oh, here we go.
You really asking?
Yeah, I guess who know? We don't need to know.
Daisy wasn't nothing past any other bitch anyway, you know? And he did all that for her. And in the end, it didn't amount to shit.
Fitzgerald said that there were no second acts in American lives.
Oh man, The Great Gatsby.
He's saying that the past is always with us. And where we come from, what we go through, how we go through it, all this shit matters. It's like you can change up, right? You can say you somebody new, you can give yourself a whole new story. But what came first is who you really are. And what happened before is what really happened. And it don't matter that some fool say different, because the only thing that make you different is what you really do or what you really go through. He got all them books, and he ain't read near one of them. Gatsby, he was who he was, and he did what he did. And because he wasn't ready to get real with the story, that shit caught up to him.
Fuck! I gotta pause and think about that. I paused it because I feel like there's a lot I want to say about that monologue, D'Angelo's monologue about you are where you came from, and it's sort of a response to Fake It Till You Make It, you know? I read The Great Gatsby, and I also read Kurt Vonnegut's Sirens of Titan, and I only mentioned that second book, not to say those are the only two books I ever read, obviously, but because I've always related those two books to one another, because I think the central message is similar. In The Great Gatsby, for those who aren't familiar with that story, maybe you saw the movie with DiCaprio, but the book and the movie is about a guy named Jay Gatsby who grows up poor, and before joining the army or getting drafted, he falls in love with a girl named Daisy, who after the war, I believe she sent him a letter saying that she married a wealthy guy because what's important to her is status. And I think that sort of drives Jay Gatsby crazy, not because of how in love he is with Daisy. You know how sometimes you can fall in love with the idea of someone and not the person themselves, because Daisy's a ditz. She's not that great. So he gets into bootlegging and builds himself up as this enigmatic figure, this mysterious neighbor. No one knows how he has this fortune, but he throws all these parties in her neighborhood and invites her over just to cause a fuss, to be like, look at who I am now. Forget about who I was. That doesn't matter. And in Sirens of Titan, there's this guy. His name is Malachi Constant. Sirens of Titan takes place in the future. It's a pure satire, but it deals a lot with free will because he meets this guy at the beginning of the novel who interacted with this force out in space, which allows you to see time all at once. So he tells Malachi that you're gonna do all these certain things, and Malachi's no, I'll never do these things. But he shows him this picture. Maybe it's not him, it's been a long time. Someone shows him this photograph of the most beautiful women he's ever seen. So his mission throughout the book becomes to find these beautiful women, which are on the planet Titan, supposedly. And he goes through hell, all this crazy shit. There's a Martian invasion and a bunch of stuff. Ultimately, he makes it to the Titan, and there's pretty much nothing there. He finds the beautiful women. It turns out that the photograph was a picture of statues, and he spent his entire life, for the most part, chasing an ideal, just like Jay Gatsby. I guess the point of what I'm saying and my takeaway from this scene with D'Angelo is we get so caught up with chasing ideals that we try to turn ourselves into idyllic beings that aren't rooted in who we actually are. Even me on YouTube doing this, I often find myself trying to be the best version of myself, of course, because this is documented. Sometimes I'll even go back and trim things out of video because I'll be thinking about something I said and I'll be like, I don't want that there forever. Which I'm trying not to do because at the end of the day, I'm just like, fuck it. It's all insignificant what people think of us. At the end of the day, all we are is the byproduct of our experiences and the things we put ourselves through, not necessarily the image we spend so much time crafting or the ideals and goals that we chase. I had a buddy say to me that people don't change. And I hadn't seen him in a long time, really. Friend from back in the day, my childhood. To be honest with you, he did seem exactly the same. And I felt like I've grown so much. And I'm so different. But am I? Yeah, I don't think he saw me that way. Maybe I just want to be different because I'm at odds with what came before or who I was. That's not maybe a realistic way to go through life, reinventing ourselves constantly in order to appease other people or obtain certain things. It's almost impossible and very difficult to just exist as you are and be honest with yourself. Maybe you don't have money, maybe you're not the smartest, maybe you're not even the best person. I don't know. You gotta try to be better. You just gotta be careful what you choose to strive toward. I don't know, man. That scene was awesome. I'm rambling on about nothing. Absolutely nothing. Please contribute to this conversation in the comments. Break down that scene with D'Angelo. Tell me what it meant to you. He's given the best monologues, kind of. He always has this very relatable way of breaking things down, you know. That's not maybe entirely accurate or astute, but it's real enough. Because we've seen him do that with chess and conversations about McDonald's, you know. He's a pseudo-intellectual like me, so I like him.
Sorry, homie.
Sorry, homie. I'm very interested in McNulty's obsession with justice for that woman in particular, and the women in general. It feels like he's trying to do good.
This is retirement. And after today, I'm retired.
This is, in his mind, this is the last thing he needs to do, is get closure for that girl and her family? I don't know.
Tavarish.
Sergey.
You're losing weight.
Shit.
It is Proposition Joe, dude.
Supermarkets are cathedrals. I worry for you, buddy.
Supermarkets are cathedrals. I love to eat.
It's the man with the raggedy ass Camaro.
Wasn't mine, it was my cousin's. Wasn't all that raggedy.
Speak when I say, he said. Nick?
Nick is with us, his cousin.
I got motherfucking nephews and in-laws fucking all my shit up all the time.
Is Cheese?
We want to pay what we owe.
Your man doubled it, though.
He also burned the car.
You gonna come up in here having fucked up a package, asking me to tell Cheese who you fucked it up on to pay you out $2,400.
He gets to keep the Camaro.
Just how good a friend is this motherfucker to y'all?
Oh, boy. I don't know. Pretty good.
Just so we don't come back on my cousin.
Nick loves this life.
Thanks for being straight on this.
If it wasn't for Sergey here, you and your cuz both would be cadaverous motherfuckers.
Cadaverous motherfuckers, yeah.
It's time, Jimmy. You did what you could, man.
Oh, no. Oh, cadaverous. We just heard that word in the... Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Let her go.
Damn it.
The anatomy board in the morning. Jane doing the paperwork.
This is what he wanted to avoid.
He's gonna get some years off his sentence.
No doubt knowing Avon.
But also, what D'Angelo was saying is, like, he wants to be someone else, but he doesn't know if he can or if he should or, like, what are his options. I think that's what was resonating with him about The Great Gatsby.
Those hot shots, that was Avon. You asked me to carry this, I'm carrying it.
Listening to me, I am telling
Ma.
you.
Really, D'Angelo's really, like, one of the most interesting characters.
I was about 6, 7 years old. Them twins came by and started picking on me.
And this is something in his past that's made him who he is. He can't run away from.
Except you ain't let me inside. You told me to go back out there and fight him. Whether I lose or not. Remember?
Who he is. You don't care if you win.
You say to me, I might have brung you into this world, but you the one who gonna have to live in it. I'm still here. Me. You gotta let me live like I need to live.
Like I need to live.
Yo, Avon, Stringer, and Donette. All of them.
Leave me be. Dude, it's so good. It's so good because he's going to be him, dude. He's not letting other people tell him who to be. He's not trying to become Avon. He's not trying to become anyone other than him. And I think in season 1, this is, yeah, okay. In season 1, D'Angelo was trying to become the ideal of what his situation would allow, which would, I suppose, be Avon. And over the course of season 1, he learned that, no, I need to be me, not Gatsby. I guess Avon would be Gatsby in this analogy. Or what Gatsby aspired to be. You know what I mean? Fuck! That's good shit, dude. Now it's that mirror's like...
Take a rain check.
That fucking mirror from Harry Potter that shows you what you want most. Zig burning money, that's wild. In front of his dad. That's fucking wild, dude. Jeez.
Where is the motherfucking love?
Hey.
I honestly thought he was gonna actually gently shoot Jimmy. Oh.
So what's up with you, man?
Nothing.
That's what I always say when people ask me, like, what do you want me to say? Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Still me. I'll wake up sometimes and be like, why does everything else feel different, but I feel the same? Do you ever get that feeling?
Come on, man. Let's go home.
Jimmy ain't done, though.
Over here, shitbird.
Yeah, let's talk.
What the hell happened to you?
I fell down.
How many times?
That's the classic excuse.
Is that my son lighting $100 bills like an asshole in a bar full of working stiffs?
Yeah, what the fuck? I was just thinking Frank, but in front of all those guys who are struggling. Wild. Dickhead.
Where you come by that kind of cash? You know you ain't had the days.
Oh, definitely not.
Seniority prevails, Zig. It's the only way to keep it halfway honest.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'd have listened to your mother, because she's the one always talking about you should do the community college like your brother.
Brother went to community college?
You want to know what I remember?
Gonna tell a story about his childhood now. This is gonna mirror the scene with D'Angelo and Mom.
All sitting around the kitchen table talking shit about this gang and that gang. Who's better with the brake ball? Who could turn around faster? Who's lazy?
Ooh, dude.
I remember when yous all went down to picket them scabs at Covington Piers. How Jackie Taylor got run over by the police car in the middle of that whole goddamn mess.
Yeah, what else you remember?
Everything. Everything.
Yeah, he's not stupid. His recall's good. I love how this is brilliant, and I never thought to compare Ziggy and D'Angelo, but D'Angelo fights now. Zig ain't fighting, and he's also literally beat up right now. He's lost. He's defeated. Dude, Mr. Back in the Day. This whole... I didn't think the Gatsby thing would be... Wait, what's the title of this episode? All Prologue. As in, everything that came before dictates what happens now. God damn it, dude.
Nah, I'm good. What they're doing eliminates almost all of the paper trail.
Funk's drinking's getting out of hand. Not that it wasn't already bad.
The only thing they leave behind is a little telltale in the computer. A box comes off the ship, flashes for...
He's gonna puke.
Then it's gone.
Daniels needs to give him the speech he gave that other guy last season.
And what you're telling me is that it's better than a fair bet that he actually is a target in Bunk's murders.
Honestly, that's just gonna make me gag.
Maybe we can fold our investigation into yours, Lieutenant.
And put my ass in the air with 14 open homicides it might never clear?
The bosses wouldn't blame you for that.
I wouldn't shine either. So what's the next move on this?
We clone the computer and start watching what's happening on the docks in real time.
Yeah. Dude, that bot, like, other people gagging fucks with me. Retching. We hadn't even seen Ava until now this episode.
Yo, D.
You know, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I almost enjoy this season more in regards to the characters we know from season 1 and their stories, because sometimes, like this episode is saying, what comes after is more interesting than what came before. Like, what do we do in the wake of the things that shaped us and put us in the situation we're in now? Dealing with the fallout of our actions. Of course, you can say that about any point in time. Like, you could even say that season 1 was dealing... The characters were dealing with everything that came before as well, but season 2 is dealing with the aftermath of season 1. And I really enjoy seeing the characters struggle with that.
Excuse me?
And the viewer as well. He's retiring so he can be with his
boats, not bodies.
But also, I really enjoy the Frank stuff and the Doc stuff. I really do. Working class. Or working poor, as it were.
A lot of things weren't me. I want another chance.
And this is him. Oh, fuck me! And McNulty's trying to be an ideal someone he isn't. Oh. Well, this is who he is. But you know what I mean. Fuck, I didn't actually, when we first heard them talking about Gatsby in prison, I didn't think it would really be this entire episode. But that is the writer's way of signaling that's what the entire episode's about, basically. And Nick's trying to be... Alright, I'm done. I see it. We all see it.
Okay. You unload this shit, you gotta ditch the trucks and the trailers both.
Nico.
And they call him Nico, which I think is funny.
I will pay you straight. Or a Duncan Bay in heroin. Wholesale.
And this, he could make this decision about the heroin because he could make a lot more.
Turn it around, you can make...
Yeah, and this decision right here is like, if he chooses the heroin, then he's really trying to be someone he's not.
3-4 times the value.
Just take the cash.
Even if we walk it up to White Mike, we can make 35,000.
This is who Zig is, though. You know what I mean?
Half in cash, half in dope.
Oh, because he doesn't know who he wants to be. That's clever. Indecisive about it. Torn, like us all.
Problem. Zig, I got it.
Nikki, you don't know.
You hear me? I said I fucking got this one.
I wouldn't trust Zig either, though. Guys, so far, honestly, this might be my favorite episode of the season. But it could be the day, it could be the mood I'm in, whatever. But I really am blown away by how well crafted this episode is, thematically. Sometimes people will force themes on you, and the characters' actions and stuff don't really make sense. They just all of a sudden the writers decided they wanted to push this theme at you. But this completely falls in line with everything that came before, narratively and everything, you know, and that's why this show's so cool.
I don't want the boys to know that you were here. It's gonna get them hoping.
Yeah.
You need to leave.
Right. This isn't who you guys are. She was just one night. I guess she's Daisy in a way.
I'll take it in the back. Maybe they got some duct tape. We'll fix it.
What's going on here?
D, right? Yeah, you can't be in here now, man.
Yo, man, y'all didn't get any final calls this week, yo?
Yeah, we got some. And I'll go and get one for you.
Oh. What the fuck? They're gonna make it look like he killed himself, but they're spending so much time in the moment after he died, making it look like he did this to himself. What the fuck am I supposed to take away from this? You can't be someone else. This is always how his story was gonna end.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
I knew that dude was gonna kill him with the looks in the library. You gotta be okay, dude. This episode is the most powerful episode of The Wire this season. I can't believe D'Angelo's dead. But I guess at least he went out being the man he wanted to be. Dude, my heart was genuinely like racing when dude followed him into the back room. I suppose I kind of figured that D'Angelo wouldn't make it past this season because The Wire's been around for a long time. And I haven't seen many stills of him in the show beyond season 1. But that was as devastating to me as Wallace, of course, for the same reasons. And the most devastating part is that D'Angelo is written as this character who is pretty true to himself, despite impossible circumstances. Like, I think he's genuinely a good person. He was tasked with a situation that typically is associated with people who are bad people, just like Wallace. And that's why after season 1, he's like, no, I'm just gonna actually be a good person now. I'm just actually going to follow my heart and be in fight against things I believe to be wrong. And I think that's what was cool about the scene he had with his mom earlier. It's like, I'm just going to fight. Even if I lose, I'm okay with that. He lost. And there's that scene in this episode where he walks by Avon. It was like Avon's last chance, I feel like. He was giving D'Angelo one last chance to acknowledge him and come back. And D'Angelo just smiled at him. He's like, no, I'm just going to do me. The characters that I relate to are the D'Angelos. I know it's archaic to think of good and evil as a binary idea, because there's so much nuance in life, but it's like Omar said, a man's got to have a code. I need that. I need to think of things that way sometimes. Otherwise, you just get lost. So I'm always going to sort of be drawn to characters who have a more traditional sense of right and wrong, you know, as confusing as that may be in shows like this. But that makes it interesting, trying to figure out what the right thing to do is, especially in this medium. In real life, that's not interesting, frustrating, stressful. But examining that idea in entertainment is cathartic, you know, exploring it. I just want to add, this is only 5 minutes after I stopped recording. Obviously, I wasn't thinking about the themes in this episode until probably halfway through, but Omar has the most realistic approach to everything I talked about, being true to yourself. I mean, there's so many things that he said in this episode that now resonate a lot more as I think about the episode. In this moment, I want to say that this is probably the best episode of The Wire that I've seen. Am I being hyperbolic? Is this recency bias, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to think about it some more. I'll probably talk about it more whenever I decide to hit record again, but I'm done. I'm gobsmacked by this episode, kind of. Honestly, maybe I'm being dramatic.